Hello, this is Eden with Helixx VR. Today I'll be reviewing Shadow Uprising, a stealth game for the HTC Vive and Oculus Rift by Amber Eye Studio. Shadow Uprising is a single-player stealth game, which stylistically may remind some of a more futuristic Tenchu. You will be sneaking through 9 levels, trying to avoid or take down enemies while making your way to the objective shown on an overlay, with a bit of background story along the way and secrets to find to learn more. In this game, you come equipped with a grappling hook and some climbing gloves which provide your main way to get around the levels. You can shoot your grappling hook, then pull yourself to walls or roofs quickly, or slowly climb up, or hang off walls. As it involves a grappling hook and moving through the air, I have seen people compare the game to, say, Winland or Sorrento. Now, I personally find it much slower paced, usually using one grappling hook movement and then stopping or slowly moving. While mentioning locomotion, I'll point out that this game only includes smooth locomotion for those sensitive to that. There's no teleport option here. That said, you do get the choice of controller or head orientated movements, and snap or smooth turning. Sneaking is definitely the preferred option to make your way through this game, but whether you sneak or whether you go a bit louder, you do come equipped with 4 weapon slots which will help you either way. You can grab these weapons from behind you. Initially, you can choose from 3 weapons to equip: a sword, a bow and a shuriken. But you can find hidden weapons in the levels to unlock in your inventory, such as a trap which instantly kills nearby enemies, or an upgraded bow which slows down time as you draw it. You can change your loadout whenever you restart the level. To help you move about in stealth, you can crouch down to make yourself less visible and move into hiding areas. While in hiding areas, the screen goes blue and you can see red outlines of enemies while they cannot see you if they didn't know where you were beforehand. These hiding areas include anything from shadowed areas to floating garbage in the water. You can come at the enemy straight on, but as mentioned, it's definitely to your benefit if they never know you're there. If the enemies are alerted, they will attack you until you either kill them or you lose their attention, and some time passes. While enemies are alert, barriers go up in some areas and you cannot proceed further. I personally find myself using the sword and the bow most often. The bow can be used not only to kill enemies, but to shoot a wall nearby so the enemy goes walking towards it after hearing the sound. This allows the player to either sneak straight past them, or sneak up behind them and kill them with the sword. The sword kills enemies in one hit if they're not alert. I found it quite odd that the bow did not one-shot the enemy even with an arrow to the back of the head of an enemy which was not aware of me. There were several points where it would have made more sense to be able to just kill the enemy from range, but if I tried it would just damage the enemy and alert them. Other possibilities included just sneaking up behind an enemy, or dropping down from above with a sword, throwing a shuriken to distract them, or even luring them to where a trap was placed with the bow. One particularly fun trick was to shoot the grappling hook with my left hand, then zooming quickly past an enemy with the sword in my right to cut them down. I did have some issues with the game admittedly. The major one was that the enemies are not exactly the most competent. They forget about you easily when they do spot you. They don't care when they see their allies' dead bodies laying about. They're easily led about by a shot of a bow or a sound of a shuriken. They let you get quite close without reacting, and can be slow to react when they do spot you. Near the start of the game, you won't even have too much trouble just walking around and killing enemies straight on. It does get more difficult as the game goes on though, due to high amounts of enemies and better placement. Overall, the game felt a bit too easy between these issues, and a few other things, such as being fairly easy to dodge hits, being able to take quite a few of them, and having quite a lot of one-hit kill traps. I'd really love to see this game in a hard mode, with some smarter enemies and less forgiving when you do get spotted. Maybe with unlocks or achievements for clearing levels without being spotted and the like. Graphically, the game is quite nice if simple. No issues found with sound. It all seemed to work well together to make a good world to explore, though I would have liked to see more diversity between the levels. I would estimate that most people would finish this game in about 2 to 3 hours. At the price of approximately $20, €17 or £16, and with the amount of enjoyment, I would suggest that it's worth the cost if you want to play a stealth game. To finish up, Shadow Uprising does certainly have areas where I feel like it does not reach what it could potentially be, but it's a fun, if relatively easy stealth game. The movement mechanics can be a lot of fun, and there are a number of secrets to find and weapons to unlock to keep you entertained beyond just running through the levels. You can have quite a bit of fun trying different ways to sneak around the enemies, luring them into traps, or just rushing them with a pair of swords drawn. It's certainly not Game of the Year, but I'd certainly recommend playing it. Once again, this was Eden from Helixx VR. If you'd like to see more content like this, please remember to like, subscribe, and if you really liked it, hit that alert button too.